Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another live stream here on Max Coverage TV, the place to be for all your sports wants, news, and needs, and most importantly, live streams here for your Yankees offseason news and other MLB news as well. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell so you know when I go live or when I make a video about any breaking news there is. If you're live in the chat right now, you already know. You are the GOATs. Smash that like button. Smash that like button in the smithereens. And also, if you're watching on the replay, drop me some comments down below. On today's topics, I will answer your comments after the show is over. Thank you for tuning in. We got a lot of news to talk about, guys. I'm sorry I'm a little late. You know I'm a Yankee fan. We're gonna talk about the Yankee news just in a second. But right before I go live, breaking news hits. Josh Naylor, first baseman for the Cleveland Guardians, has been traded to the Arizona Diamondbacks. I'll talk about that trade as well in today's show, but I just wanted to get that news out to you all. But how we all doing? Let's get the pre-live crew named in the chat before we do anything else. We got John S. We got Miss Sydney in the chat. Ha! We got Rory, Richard, Yankee Kyle, Kidder Kid. Ron's in the chat. Good to see you, Ron. Bill O, my boy's always in the building. Thanks for being here. Who am I missing? Number one Aaron Judge fan. What's going on, man? How you doing? Carlos, good to see you. Thank you, Bill O. I appreciate you, sir. Miss Sarah's in the chat. Miss Norma's in the chat. Siciliano, and we got Steve, my guy. Robert as well. Thank you for popping in, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Well, I'll break down that trade in a second for the Guardians and the Diamondbacks for Josh Naylor, but I wanted to touch on all the Yankee news that we all got. You know, last night I was out. I was KO'd by 9:30. So I wake up this morning. I get it. Well, I'm looking at my phone and I'm seeing all these reports coming out that the Yankees made another trade. It was around 10:40 p.m. Eastern time. The Yankees go out and acquire a filthy arm from the Cincinnati Reds and a backup catcher in Alex Jackson for our guy. I mean, I don't know about you all, but I was a Jose guy. Jose is no more in New York. Jose Trevino, that is headed to Cincinnati in that trade. And here is the full trade details. I just want to touch on it real quick. I know it was yesterday, but I wasn't live for this, so I wanted to get everyone's opinions on this trade. The Cincinnati Reds are acquiring catcher Jose Trevino from the New York Yankees for right-handed reliever Fernando Cruz and catcher Alex Jackson. This is from Jeff Passan. My initial thoughts is we get a nice arm. We get a great arm. His ERA, I'll bring his stats up here in a second on the screen. His ERA wasn't the best, but this man is a strikeout machine. This guy has some filthy splitter. He is a filthy splitter. I've seen him pitch because I remember he was against us when the Reds swept us last season. I remember Fernando Cruz. This guy had a mean splitter on him. He throws a splitter, fastball, and a cutter. The mile per hour for his fastball is sitting at 94, but that splitter is his go-to. He throws it 42% of the time, and it is a strikeout machine. So I'll bring it up in a second here. But the Yankees are making some big moves, man. They are for sure building a dominant bullpen. The back end of this bullpen for the Yankees, I know Mark Leiter is not the best guy in the world, but he was a strikeout guy. He's under contract till 2027. Let's move him to the side. I'm talking about the guys that we acquired. Devin Williams, Fernando Cruz. They bring back Jonathan Loaizaga. They need some lefties now. They need some lefties in this bullpen. Tim Hill right now is not on anyone's team. I wouldn't mind Tim Hill coming back. But this bullpen, the back end of the bullpen is lights out right now. Ian Hamilton, Jonathan Loaizaga, and now Fernando Cruz. Of course, Luke Weaver is still there, and you have your dominant closer in Devin Williams. This bullpen is looking great, man. Yankees they're making some moves. They're making some big moves. Let's get to the chat. Fox in the house says, I'm going to miss Trevino, but Cruz is a beast. He is. And the thing about this trade also, Fox, is Cruz will be turning 35 this upcoming year, so he's older. But we have him under contract for a while. He hasn't even hit his first year of arbitration. So they make this move. This guy's making pennies. Trevino was making about $3 million per. So now you free up some money for your salary. I know it's not a lot, $3 million, whatever. That helps. That helped what happened today, though. We'll touch on today's news in a second. But you get a guy under control for a couple of years, and he's a strikeout machine. Strikeout machine, Fox. I love it. I love the move, man. He's a reliever, Gus. He's a reliever. Let's get Tanner Scott. I would love Tanner Scott. You already know Siciliano. I don't think they'll make that sign, but hey, anything can happen, man. The Yankees are right now, the Yankees are one, if not the most active team in the offseason. They have been making unbelievable moves. I know Juan Soto walk-in sucked, but the Yankees they're pivoting, and I think they're making the right decisions on doing so. My predictions is Aaron Judge fan with the grill right there. Look at that teeth. My predictions: left field Dominguez or Profar, center field Bellinger, right field Judge, third base Cabrera, Volpe, second is Jazz, first Goldschmidt, and then Wells. I think you're spot on right there. I mean, Dominguez, I think he'll most likely play center field other than left field. He's just more stronger in center. Bellinger can play anywhere. He can play left, center, right, first base. It doesn't matter. So I think Dominguez could possibly in center field. Bellinger will most likely be in left. I don't think they'll sign Profar, though. I think the Yankees, now they got Paul Goldschmidt today on a 1-year, $12.5 million contract. So now the first base spot is filled up. Right now, the Yankees, are they going to sign a third baseman? Are they going to trade for a third baseman? Or are they going to roll with Jazz and, have an open competition for second base with Peraza, Yorbit Vivas, Cabrera, dare I say his name, but DJ LeMahieu still on the roster. So we have some in-house guys for second base, but a trade for Nolan Arenado is not out of the realm right now. He's not my first guy. I wouldn't really want Arenado, honestly, but that's what I've been hearing, man. That's what I've been hearing. I saw Ricky Henderson, man. Rest in peace to Ricky Henderson. For real, rest in peace to Ricky. That's sad news, man. That's some sad news. Max, who will be our second catcher? Alex Jackson will be our second catcher. I think he's a defensive first catcher. He's not going to wow you with his offense, but Austin Wells will be, of course, our dominant or our starting catcher, and he'll be getting most playing time. Jason in the house says the Diamondbacks are acquiring first base Josh Naylor from the Guardians. Yes, he is. Diamondbacks lose Christian Walker to the Astros, and they trade for first baseman Josh Naylor. So there's his replacement. Yeah, Fox. Yeah, that's another thing that what the Yankees like to do. Brian Cashman, just like with Mark Leiter Jr. Mark Leiter Jr. is under contract till 2027. He didn't really wow anybody, but he pitched okay, in the postseason. But when we traded for him, he was a strikeout machine with that splitter. And now you have him in the bullpen with that nasty splitter, and then you add Fernando Cruz with that splitter as well. So we have some filthy arms in the pen, man. They just gotta. Mark Leiter Jr. has to figure it out. If he figures it out, I'm telling you, this bullpen is almost complete. They got to get a lefty though. They got to get Tim Hill or dare I say Tanner Scott. That would be incredible. What's up, Dev? How you doing, man? Yeah, rest in peace to Ricky Henderson, for real. That's very tough. That's very tough news, man. Everything pointed to Goldie, and it happened, says Arthas. Yeah, I mean, we were talking about it yesterday, Arthas. I was at work when I got the news, and I'm like, well, we were just talking about it. It looks like it's going to be a platoon with Ben Rice and Goldschmidt. What's up, Mo Money Mo Prom? Says, hey, Max, I like the moves. Get Kim, who was posted by the KBO, and sign him to our second base and leadoff guy. Are you talking about Ha-Seong Kim, Mo, or someone else? Because Ha-Seong Kim was with the Padres. Soto walks makes it possible to load up for 2025. Yeah, no doubt. I mean, they were willing to give Soto $760 million. So that just tells all of us in the front office, you got the money to spend it. And they're not even just spending money. They're making moves via the trade market as well. The Yankees have been active, man. I love it. I love it. Patrick Frank's in the house. The hand of doom is no match for the Irish Stone Cold Stunner. It's not. The hand of doom is a scary but very nice, beautiful thing. But the hand of doom for the opposing team, for the ops, better watch out, Patrick. You already know. Good to see you, man. How you doing, buddy? Judge and Goldschmidt are good friends. Yeah, Sarah, they worked out together in the offseason. So they're close. I mean, Goldschmidt's only on a 1-year contract. Okay. Like we were talking about it. It's a stopgap. You get him for a year, and then next year there's some bigger fish out there on the free agent market. I know he already said that he wouldn't play for us, but dare I say, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is available next offseason, and I don't care about his past, his father, their issues. The Yankees are going to go after Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I guarantee you they're going to go after him. So I don't mind Paul Goldschmidt for a year. He's not the best glove in first base. If you're talking about defensively, it's going to be a downgrade from Rizzo. I know Rizzo, he was out a lot of the year last year. Like he's been like the last 2 years, but defensively, Paul Goldschmidt was not the best option. It was Carlos Santana, but they went with the bat, and they went with a guy that in 2022 won the NL MVP. So if we get any smudge of that Paul Goldschmidt, I'll take it all day. Yeah, Robert, let me know about that game, bro, because I got Lamar Jackson and I got Zay Flowers in that game. So, Robert, let me know what's going on. BLK in the house. Enjoy the show, Max, and rest in peace, Ricky Henderson. Thank you, BLK, and rest in peace. Thoughts out to his whole family, his friends, everybody, man. That's sad news today, man. Dirty Jesus in the chat. Merry Christmas, Max. Thank you, man. Merry Christmas to you as well, buddy. D-Rod popping in per reports. Cashman's Cashman thinking right now is that Jazz playing second and Cabrera, DJ platoon at third as of now. Yeah, I saw a potential lineup for the Yankees, and it had Cabrera playing third. I mean, we saw Oswaldo Cabrera play third base. He's not bad over there. And we all know DJ can play third. Not my first option. If DJ LeMahieu, he really needs to be working hard this offseason. I don't have any hope that he'll be back to what he was doing before all these injuries with the foot and all that stuff. But if he's going to be a player this season for us, DJ LeMahieu, that is, he really needs to be putting in that work this offseason because, man, he looks like he's lost. Any news on Roki, says Norma? Yes, there is some news. And we were talking about it yesterday, and I was wrong. They had a meeting on Thursday. So Roki and the Yankees had a meeting on Thursday. Don't know how the meeting went, all that stuff, but it was a quiet. I mean, we all knew they were going to have a meeting in person, but we didn't know what day, what time, all that details. But I saw after I went off live yesterday that they had a meeting actually on Thursday. So that's the updated news on Roki. He's still meeting with teams, of course, so they're still doing their due diligence there, but we'll see if the Yankees can get him. If the Yankees get Roki Sasaki, this pitching staff is probably the best in baseball, right there up there with the Dodgers, in my opinion. Yankee Kyle in the house, man. Good evening to you, buddy. Thanks for popping in, bro. It's good to see you. Max, do you think the Yankees are done making moves? No, I don't. I don't, Gus. There's already been reports saying that the Yankees could trade for Nolan Arenado. Like I said, he's not my first option, but that's still out there. That could still happen. And I mean, the Yankees can always trade for a pitcher. They're always making moves for pitching. So we'll see, man. But the Yankees, they're building that lineup slowly but surely. I know it's only, December 21st, but spring training starts in about two months. So, hey, let's see what else they can do. What's up, Barry? Don't want DJ anymore. I don't either, man. I don't either. But he's under contract and he's going to be on this team. The Yankees are not going to be eating $30 million in that they're not going to DFA him for $30 million. I see the Yankees potentially DFAing DJ LeMahieu maybe towards the end of this year or next offseason because it would only be about $15 to $17 million depending on when they DFA him this year, if they choose to do so. But $30 million is a lot of money to eat up. I don't think they'll make that move. Yeah, D-Rod, it was, man. It was, man. Sad news, bro. 5 years, Mets Soto won't win a championship. Yankees will get there first before they will. He will opt out the 4th year. He won't be happy. He said a dynasty winning team. That's some funny crap, says Siciliano. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, best of luck to you, Juan Soto. The Yankees tried their hardest. They did all they could to get you back. You didn't want to come back at the end of the day. I know the Mets offered you $45 more million. If you look at, I know it's $765, but that's one less year on the contract. So per year, he was making more. But listen, the Yankees went above and beyond to try to get Soto back. So best of luck to you, man. But we move on. The Yankees are moving on, and they're doing their thing right now. So keep on doing their thing. Doing great, Max, and I wish you all the success for 2025. Thank you, Patrick. You too, man. You too, brother. Thank you so much, man. Shout out to the 110 in the chat. Smash the like button. Let's see if we can get the 150 likes today, man. We were close. Oh, so Carlos Santana just signed with the Cleveland Guardians. The Cleveland Guardians and Carlos Santana have agreed on a 1-year, $12 million contract. This is from Jeff Passan, pending physical. So right after they trade Josh Naylor away, they go and sign Carlos Santana. So there's some more news that we can talk about. My bad, D-Rod. Thanks for popping in, buddy. We got John S. trying to holler at Sarah in the chat. Fox in the building could put a package together for Brian Reynolds. Worst case in 2 years. Pirates are rumored to get him playing time at first. Pittsburgh expects him to be moved, knowing nutting. Yeah, he just signed a 8-year contract with Pittsburgh last season. But we all know how Pittsburgh operates, Fox. I mean, I didn't even know Jared Jones was available per trade. That's what people were talking about in the chat yesterday. I did not know that the Pirates were willing to trade Jared Jones away already. I mean, I would not want to trade him away if I was them. But the Pirates are always that team that that they build from the draft and they can't afford the players at the end of the day, so they trade them on. Mo Money says Cardinals turned down Stroman for Arenado already. Did they? Arenado's only 33, has 10 gold gloves and 6 platinum gloves. Yeah, I mean, defensively, Arenado is one of the best third basemen I've ever seen play, personally. I mean, pretty much he's been playing since I've been watching baseball. So Arenado is up there for third baseman, but it looks like he's going down in his production, but hopefully he can turn it around for himself. I mean, I like Arenado, but his production is just going down, and I'm scared that, it could be another Josh Donaldson type of thing. I know Josh Donaldson was terrible, and he doesn't even match up to anything around Nolan Arenado, but I'm just saying I don't want another thing like that happen to us. You too, Patrick, man. Thank you, man. Merry Christmas too as well, buddy. David A in the house, feeling good about the trades. I'm feeling good too, David A. You are the man, Patrick. You are. Anthony in the house says, Max, who would be your first choice? What does Booth? What are you talking about, Anthony? My first choice for what? So does always, yeah, Gus. He pretty much is. What's up, White Lotus? Bregman or Arenado? Yeah. Where did Naylor go? He went to the Diamondbacks, D-Rod. They traded him to the Diamondbacks for, I think, a pitcher. Thank you, Barry. I appreciate you being here when I'm on, man. Miss Sydney's in the chat. Yee! How, baby? Always good to see you live in full effect. I'm just catching up on the chat real quick, guys. Jose in the house. Jose Molina, Max, big salute, brother. What's up, everyone in the chat? Yankees rolling 2025. Let's go. Let's go, Jose. Hell yeah. We need 1 or 2 more guys, says David A. Yeah, we need to figure out the second base position. Is it going to be in-house? Is it going to be Jazz shifting to second? What's going on with third? So that's pretty much the last move that the Yankees, I mean, unless they sign, Roki Sasaki or they sign Tanner Scott, someone like that. I think there's one more trade in the works and then possibly one more signing for the Yankees. Genesee, good to see you. Daniel Barry, Sports Highlights, always good to see you, man. Naylor's helmet always falls off. It does. It does. What is your opinion on the Yankees getting Paul Goldschmidt, and who do you think the Yankees target for second base? Yacine, I don't mind it. You know, after I know a lot of people wanted Nate Lowe from the Texas Rangers, but the Yankees decided to just sign a 1-year contract and maybe focus on that position next season. But Goldschmidt, $12.5 million, 1-year contract. I don't mind it, man. I don't mind it. Like I said, Yacine, if we get a Paul Goldschmidt a little bit from 2022, I'll be happy. No doubt about it. With Goldie here, the chances we land Arenado increases. Yeah. Yep, no doubt. I mean, they already talked about it. I mean, I've been hearing on Twitter, they've already been talking about it, man. So just to bring up a little bit more news with this Fernando Cruz the trade with Jose Trevino and Fernando Cruz real quick. I just wanted to point out his strikeout percentage. 37.8% strikeout rate for Fernando Cruz. He has a 38.2% whiff rate on his pitches as well. So, I mean, a lot of swing and miss, a lot of strikeouts for Fernando Cruz is exactly what the Yankees need in this pen. They didn't have a lot of that last season. On the con side of things, like the not so good side, his walk rate was at 12.2%, but I believe in Matt Blake and fixing that around. Matt Blake fixes pretty much anybody who comes to the Yankees. You think about Tim Hill, think about Jake Cousins. Ian Hamilton was a nobody before he became a New York Yankee. So I believe in Matt Blake that he'll help out with that walk rate, ground ball percentage. He's not a ground ball pitcher at all. 35.7% ground ball rate. So that's a little scary in Yankee Stadium. I'll admit that. But like I said, I'm excited about the strikeout machine in Fernando Cruz. Let's see. E. Mario's in the chat. Good to see you, man. Will you go to any regular season games at Steinbrenner Field? Maybe. I got to talk to my homies that we all go to the games together at the Trop. But now the Trop is, of course, destroyed. So now they're playing at Steinbrenner Field. So I would love to go to some games. Can't believe Tanner Scott is still available. Yeah, it seems like after Christmas, we'll see some Tanner Scott, Corbin Burns, Pete Alonso news, maybe. We'll see. Richard in the house. Yankees payroll 2024 shed so far is 121 mil, 48 million. New contract. Signed Bregman 30 mil, and we're better even with Soto loss, and we're 40 million less than 2024. Let me see real quick. Exactly where our payroll is right now. Let's see if it's updated. So the projected payroll, let's see if it's all here. Yep, Bellinger's contract's up there. Freed. Okay. So this is the updated payroll right now for the Yankees. We're sitting at, this is after, the arbitration contracts and all that stuff happened. They're projected right now at 277. So $23 million more is what the Yankees can work with essentially when we get to that 300 million mark. But right now, before arbitration, before all the other stuff happens, we're sitting at $247 million on the payroll right now. We got my guy, David A., dropping a $5 dono. Oh, you are the man, David A. Says, Merry Christmas, Max. Merry Christmas to you, buddy. Thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate you so much, brother. Hope you and your family have a great Christmas. William in the house says, I'm just happy if Goldie catches the ball like Rizzo did, hits higher than 218. I'll be happy with Goldie. Yeah, no doubt. Like I said, he wasn't my first option whatsoever, but it's slim pickings now. It was either Goldschmidt or Carlos Santana, and I prefer Goldschmidt. Santana's a better defensive first baseman, but I was preferring Goldschmidt because, I mean, like I keep reiterating, if we get any Paul Goldschmidt that we saw in 2022, then man, oh man, it's going to be awesome. Here is Matt Y'all. What is this? Yeah, Yeloff. Sorry, Matt Yeloff and John Morosi talking about the Goldschmidt signing here. Let me bring it up with some audio so we can all watch it together because I'm intrigued to see what they say. Let's see here. All right.
Matt, thank you. Paul Goldschmidt is a future Hall of Famer in my mind, as you alluded to a moment ago. And even in a down year, he still had more than 20 home runs. Let's not forget, 2 years ago at this time, Paul Goldschmidt was the MVP of the National League. And on a one-year deal, as first reported by Jack Curry of the Yes Network, it's an exceptionally smart deal by the Yankees. It's also a great landing spot for Paul Goldschmidt because he can now hit in this lineup. Of course, a few months ago, this lineup also included Juan Soto, but this has been a...
Hold on. Pausing it real quick. Look at this lineup right here. This is, potential 2025 starting lineup. Look at this lineup. What are your thoughts on this lineup as we speak? Volpe leading off, Judge, Belly, Goldschmidt. Now, where they're hitting can change, of course. Jazz, Jason Dominguez, Wells, and Cabrera. That's a nice lineup, man. That's a nice lineup. Yeah, rest in peace, Ricky Henderson, Jose. No doubt, man. Jeff Passan tweet. Let me see real quick. I can bring it up in a second, but I wanted to finish this video. Yeah, we already talked about it, Aiden. We already talked about it. Yeah, Arthur's saying sexy ass lineup. That's a nice lineup, bro. No doubt.
Pretty strong response by the Yankees all the way around. Cody Bellinger now perhaps protecting Aaron Judge. Goldschmidt batting cleanup. You lengthen out the lineup down with Chisholm as well. Stanton, of course, we saw what a great postseason run that he had. They believe that Dominguez is going to be able to play every day this season now as well. So for a lot of different reasons, Matt, I love the overall response from the Yankees to losing Soto. It's Goldschmidt, Bellinger, Fried, Williams, spreading out, I think, their allocation of money and their resources to bring in someone who is, in Paul Goldschmidt, one of the most respected players we have seen in baseball in the last decade and a half.
There is a little symmetry here. The Yankees had interest in Christian Walker, the guy in Arizona who took over for Goldschmidt about 5-6 years ago. They were very interested in Walker. He went to Houston. Also, Carlos Santana was in the mix. So how did they get here?
Well, I think that you really mentioned a lot of the key points there, specifically with Christian Walker. I don't think it's an accident that the Goldschmidt signing happened after Walker went to the Houston Astros because...
See, that's what I'm saying right here, man. If we get anything near this, I know it probably won't happen. Let's be honest with ourselves. But if we get around the 270 mark for the batting average, around 30 home runs, if he drives in 100... OPS over 900, sign me up, man.
Walker is very athletic. He's a little younger than Goldschmidt. Walker is right now a Gold Glove winner, whereas Goldschmidt has been one in the past. And you see the year-over-year production, whereas it seems like Walker is sort of lengthening out his prime and is still in his prime. Goldschmidt a little bit past his prime, but still a very productive hitter. And for me, Matt, one of the key numbers that you talked about with Goldschmidt is the number of games played over his career, and specifically even last season in St. Louis. No time on the injured list. And for the Yankees, with all the time that Anthony Rizzo missed at first base in the last couple of years, Ben Rice had to get a lot of starts there. It was a position of concern from the Yankees on both sides of the ball. And I believe firmly Goldschmidt is going to be better than what the Yankees had offensively and defensively in 2024. And with Bellinger now, he'll likely be your center fielder. That then allows Judge to play right, Dominguez to play left. It's a nice creative way for Aaron Boone to line things up. And they're probably still looking to add maybe one more infielder perhaps to add in some more value. So the Yankees, they have done a lot, but they're not finished yet on their offseason move.
You know what I'm saying? The Yankees have been making some moves, baby. Get Bregman and call it a day, says Gus. Vinny G says, bro, new subscriber. Thanks for the updates. BX, stand up. Thank you, Vinny G. You were the man, bro. Welcome aboard, buddy. Thanks for being here, man. Anthony's asking, who would be your first choice for second base? Right now, as we speak, first choice would be Jazz. I mean, let's be honest here. Jazz is probably the best second baseman on this roster. He's not a true third baseman. Of course, they've been, trying to get him to learn third base, and he played okay, but He's probably the best second baseman on this team right now. So I say my first option is Jazz. But if they don't make a move for third base and you have Jazz playing third, I'd probably say it's either going to be Peraza or Vivas, man, in open competition. Because right now the market for second base is Gleyber Torres and nobody. I mean, that's the second base market is very, very slim. So that would be my first choice. Max, what do you think will happen to Pete Alonso? Would he do a one-year deal? I don't think he will do a one-year deal, Jose. I don't see him doing a one-year deal. I think at the end of the day, Pete Alonso is, of course, going to want, his payday. He's going to at least get a 4 or 5 year contract, in my opinion. I don't think Scott Boras will allow him to do a 1 year contract. But we'll see, man, because I'm trying to think maybe Seattle would be a team that needs Pete Alonso because now Josh Naylor is with Arizona and Carlos Santana is now with Cleveland. So the first base, who's gonna need a first baseman? Genesee saying Hassan Kim could be second base. Yep, that's the name we were tossing around yesterday. Arenado and Goldie are good friends, so I feel Goldie's gonna get him here. Well, I think for sure that Goldie would I think for sure Arenado would waive his no trade clause for us. I know he's already talked about he could waive the no trade clause for us, but now that Paul Goldschmidt's here, I definitely think he can. What's up, Marshall? Looks like Arenado could be next defense. That's what I've been hearing, man. Let me see if I can bring it up. Let's see hold on. Let me see if I can find that tweet that I saw. Because that's the buzz now around Arenado. Here it is. This is from Brian Hoke. He said, now that the Yankees have signed Paul Goldschmidt, could a trade for Nolan Arenado be next? They are very close friends. May entice Arenado to waive his no trade clause. Like I've been bashing this team to be doing is making some moves to better up this infield defense. No doubt about it, Arenado, like, Marshall just said, he's a great defensive third baseman. He will for sure, lock up that hot corner over there on third. His contract, let me look it up again. I was looking at it yesterday. Nato. So the Yankees will, of course, have to take on that contract, which right now in 2025, he'd be making $21 million. So that trade is not out of the realm because we just touched on the payroll for the Yankees. After arbitration and all that stuff, the Yankees' projected payroll right now is sitting at $277. Right now, of course, before all that happens, is sitting at $246 right now, around that area. So you add that $21 million onto that payroll, you're still sitting below $300 million. And then, hey, it's all hands on deck. Let's start going, baby. But they still want Roki Sasaki potentially. So let's see what happens. Arenado, Gold Glove. Volpe, Gold Glove. Goldie, Gold Glove. Great for Cole and Fried. Max Fried is also a 3-time Gold Glove winner. So Fried has won some Gold Gloves as well. JR in the house. We need to dump Stroh for Arenado. That's the number one thing for this next move to happen is get Stroman's contract off of the books. It would free up so much more the Yankees can do. If you get that $18.3 million off the books for Stroman's contract, the Yankees have about what 40 something million dollars to play around with if that can happen. Lou's in the house. They're not taking the contract without them paying it down. Well, hey, if they add Brendan Donovan to the trade, I don't think they'll care about the contract. You know what I'm saying? I think Brendan Donovan, if he's included in the Arenado trade, that's a trade the Yankees would probably make tomorrow. Merry Christmas to you too, Brandon. Thanks for being here. Shout out to the 168 in the chat, man. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new, hanging out for the first time for streams like this all the time. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And I hope you all have having a great weekend, by the way. Let's see. Let me catch up on this chat. Yeah, lots of Gold Gloves, no doubt. The Yankees like to have some payroll room for the deadline. Yeah, I mean, I like I said, if they get Stroman's contract off the books and let's just say they trade for Arenado, they'll still have about $10 million or something like that to play around with. So they're not adding Donovan. I'm just spitballing some ideas, Lou. I'm just spitballing some things. Marshall says World Series bound, baby, popping bottles and kissing models. Ooh, let's go. You already know, baby. We were popping some bottles last World Series. Unfortunately, we didn't win it. Peraza will go soon. Stroman can still give up depth. I don't know. I would keep him just in case if someone gets injured. The thing is I don't think that Stroman will be happy if that's the case. Which, I mean, the guy's making $18 million. But I know Marcus Stroman's personality, and I just don't see that being a healthy relationship if he's sitting on the bench and, waiting for someone to get injured. So that could be a problematic thing if Stroman's on this roster and he's not getting his everyday play. But we'll see. This is Donovan. Thing is, if Donovan is in that trade, then who is on the block? You talking about if Donovan is in that trade, then who is on the block? You talking about from us? I feel like the Yankees just kicked my gold digger girlfriend out of the door. You can be replaced with 5 more, says Vinny. Yeah, I mean, Soto, none of these players match up to Soto's level, man. Let's be honest here. Juan Soto is one of the best players in baseball. So him leaving, it's going to sting, man. It's going to suck. But I'm glad that the Yankees are making a lot of moves here, and they're bettering up this team slowly but surely, man. I just want a nice Christmas, man. I just want a nice Christmas. Maybe the Yankees can have one more move before Christmas. We'll see. Yeah, Roki would be awesome, no doubt. Roki would be awesome. Stroman to the Angels. Send him to L.A. We all know Stanton will get injured during the season. Thank God now we have backup. Yeah, well, Stanton's a DH, so his bat is very important. Don't get me wrong. We all saw what happened in the postseason. Stanton was mashing. Okay, Stanton's one of those players. He's gonna get hurt every single year. It's gonna happen. He's gonna struggle. He's gonna strike out during the season. Of course, he can't run. But when that postseason begins, it's like a whole new Stanton that we're looking at. It's like a whole new Stanton. The guy was a beast. Aaron says, true, they don't equal Soto, but this is already a better team all around, and 2025 looks very promising. No doubt. No doubt. A lot of people were talking about that, during the streams the last couple of days. Soto being gone sucks, but now the Yankees have filled holes where they need to. Like first base was a liability last season with Rizzo. Injured when he came back from injury, just does not look like the same player. Of course, second base with Gleyber Torres defensively was a liability. The guy had 13 errors in the field. His bat was great the second half of the year. Postseason, great. But, man, that defense has been a problem for this infield. So, hopefully they can figure out what's next with third base or second. But I think the next move is going to be either signing another pitcher or trading for a third baseman. I don't think they're going to sign Bregman. He's on a qualifying offer, and the Yankees didn't want to sign Christian Walker because he was on the QO. So I would automatically assume they wouldn't make that move for Bregman. So it looks like Arenado could be in play for a trade, but let's see what happens. Rory says this is how the Yankees won in the 90s. They just kept getting borderline stars, but at every position. Yeah, we just talked about the lineup, man. On paper, that lineup looks nasty. Volpe, Belly, Judge, Goldie, Stanton, Jazz, Volpe, or I already said Volpe, Wells, Cabrera potentially, if he's going to be third base or second base. Goldschmidt now. Like, that's some hitters, man. It would have been great to get Machado to rub it in Soto's face. Yeah, right. Sign Nolan Arenado and Roki. Well, Arenado is on the Cardinals. You have to trade for him, Michael, but it's not out of the realm. It's not out of the realm, man. They can definitely make that move. It's exciting, man. This offseason has been fun. This offseason has been very fun, man. And I think, like John Morosi said, the Yankees aren't done making moves. Yankees aren't done making moves, which is More excited. Keep it going. We love it. Man. Yeah, it sucks. All I'm seeing right now on Twitter is the Ricky Henderson news. That's sad, man. It has been very fun, Arthas. Has been very fun. Let's see here. I can't believe I think he was 65 years old too, man. Yep, Ricky Henderson, 65. That's so sad, man. I still can't believe the Mets are trying to turn Cardiac Clay into a starter. Yeah, that's gonna be funny to watch. That's gonna be funny to watch, David. I hope when we have the Subway Series next season that they have Clay Holmes as a starter playing us. I hope that happens because it's gonna be funny to watch. James says Yankees haven't done this in a while. They haven't. I think the fact they reached the World Series and it was a debacle, no doubt about it, but they reached the World Series and they smelt it, but they couldn't get it. And now the Yankees, they lose Soto, of course, but the Yankees, they've just been active, man. I'll bring it up, JR. I'm about to bring up Arenado's stats on the screen since you asked for them. So here is Arenado's stats the last couple of years. Let me see. Let me go over here. It's not the best looking chart that you see, but he hit 272 last season, 325, 394 slug, which is way. Look at that dip, man. He went from 533, 459, then 394. So it's been going down, down, down. OPS 719. So not the best. He doesn't strike out often. We already know about his glove. Doesn't swing and miss often. Doesn't strike out. He walks below average, 6.9. That's why you see that low 325 on base. But let's see his splits real quick and bring up what he did. So post All-Star, he hit 274, 415 slug, 743 OPS. So a little bit better. 8 home runs pre-All-Star, 8 home runs post-All-Star. Strikeout less. So he played a little bit better. Against righties, he hit 284. Against lefties, 234. But that's a small sample size compared to the 433 ABs he had against righties, and then he had 145 against lefties. But yeah, all his damage went against the righties. 11 home runs, 54 runs batted in. What up, Bill Davison? Good to see you, man. Happy festive season. Happy holidays to you and your family. You too, Bill. Thank you so much, buddy. What's up, Parker? Looks like you got your first baseman. Yes, we did, man. Getting Arenado is all about him defending third. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No doubt whatsoever. Let's bring up his chart from 2022. God, man, look at that chart. It's way better than last year. But he's 33. He's not super old. He's a little older though, But he's not like a fossil. I mean, Goldschmidt's 37. Busch Stadium isn't the best or the best for offense. How many home runs were hit there compared to Yankee Stadium? Let's see what he hit away. So at home, he hit 307. Away, he hit 239. But he had 9 home runs compared to 7 home. I mean, it looks like he was playing better at home, bro. 433 slug, 364 on base, 307 batting average. Like in Busch Stadium, he played a lot better than when he did away. Let me see. We got brother in the chat. The Yankees did a great move until they trade minor pitcher to the Cubs and get Cody Bellinger, plus send Jose Trevino to the Reds, get minor catcher plus Fernando Cruz, and sign Goldie to a 1-year. What, you don't like the trades for Bellinger or for Fernando Cruz? I mean, we gave up Cody Poteet and then Trevino, so it wasn't like we gave away too much stuff. Don't forget about Donnie Baseball. He was the best player in the 80s. Yeah, he was a freaking monster, bro. I actually just got a Don Mattingly card. Hold on. My buddy just gave me a nice Mattingly card. I've been collecting cards now, guys. Let's see here. I'll show you. It's pretty dope. Don Mattingly right there, all-star card. 1986. Boom. And then I got this one. A little bit of the value of the card is not that great, but Don Mattingly right there. It's numbered. 52 out of 145. Pretty nice, pretty nice. If Arenado gives me 260, 15 home runs, 70 RBI with great defense, I'd take it in a heartbeat. Me too. Me too. Yeah, I got some pretty cool cards, Norma. I got some cards in the mail, and I got some Babe Ruth. I have Jackie Robinson card that I just bought. What's up, Joe? Yankees need to show out and get Corbin Burns. Yeah, Corbin Burns' market has been very quiet. I think they've already said that Burns, we're not going to see any Burns news until after Christmas. So, what's up, Herbert? How you doing, man? Actually, I really like that move for trade, but sign Goldie to a 1 year. It sounds interesting, but I'm not too sure for a condition of DJ. Well, DJ just he's not an everyday first base. He's not an everyday player anymore. I don't mind the Goldschmidt move. It's only a 1 year contract, so if it fails, he's gone next year. It's whatever, man. Yeah, D-Rod, it's really nice. I got the rookie card when he is fielding. I'm getting old. Nice, Finney. Hell yeah. Hey, that's worth some money, man. Daryl in the house says same for Goldie, 250, 260 batting average, 20 home runs plus 70 RBI. I take it. Oh, no doubt. Like I said, if we have to get some guys that are hitting around 270 in this lineup, man. That's one thing I hope the Yankees figured out this offseason is getting guys who can hit for contact, which Goldschmidt, of course, can. And if we get Arenado, he definitely can hit for contact. He hit 272 last year in a down year. So if we get some guys who can actually get on base and hit about 270, 280, that's what we need in this lineup because the power is going to come from Judge. It's going to come from Stanton. I think Belly could be in line for 30 home runs. I mean, Jazz, we saw the power when he first came to New York. I think he can add 25 home runs, 30 home runs maybe. Don't think we'll see 30 home runs from Jazz, but 25 would be great. Yeah, DJ's done. Are you talking about Sean Manaea? I haven't heard anything about Manaea. I know the A's were interested in Sean Manaea until they signed Severino. So nice, Siciliano. Hold on to it, bro. Hold on to it. It's going to build value. The year Mattingly drove in 145 RBI, Ricky Henderson was 65 of them. That's insane, Lee. Every time Ricky walked, it was like he got a triple, stole second and third. That's how it is for Ellie De La Cruz. I know Ricky is 1 of 1, but De La Cruz is kind of the same thing, man. You walk him, he's still second, still third. Ellie's fun to watch. Jazz will hit at least 20 home runs. I think so too. No doubt. I think a full year with Jazz is going to be a good one. So we got 154 in the chat, man. Thank you so much for being here. Smash the like button. Let's see if we can get to over 100 likes. I don't know where we are in likes right now. Let me check. Where we at in likes? Let's see. Damn, what's going on here? Smash that like button. Oh, what the hell? My computer's going out of whack right now. Out of whack. 79 likes. Let's go. Okay. Thank you, guys. Christian says the porch will boost Jazz home run like it did Granderson. Yeah, exactly. Short porch for Jazz. I mean, we already saw what Jazz can do. I hope he keeps that up, man. Let me see something here. Stroman and DJ to the Cardinals for Arenado. That would be a dream. That'd be a dream trade. No way they take it, but that would be an awesome trade if we figure that out. Jazz hit 24 this year, full year at Stadium. He'll hit 30. I could definitely see it, man. I could definitely see it. Bellinger's ceiling could be a lot higher than we've seen the last couple of years. I agree. His lefty swing in this stadium is going to be awesome. Cardinals do not want Stroman. Yeah, they're not going to. I don't think anyone's going to take Stroman, man. I honestly don't see anyone taking Stroman. Yeah, he's an absolute beast. BLK. He's fun to watch, dude. Stroman and DJ. Yeah, right. Man. So there's some news. Let's see. Jeff Passan just tweeted something. Oh, he was just talking about the first base market. He says, that's what Jeff Passan just tweeted out. Over the last 24 hours, Christian Walker to Houston, Paul Goldschmidt to the Yankees, Josh Naylor to Arizona, Carlos Santana to Cleveland. And he has still the free agents for first base: Pete Alonso, Anthony Rizzo, Josh Bell, Ty France, and Trey's Lamont Wade Jr. and Nathaniel Lowe. What's up, Ken? Good to see you, buddy. How you doing? But right now, man, this week in general has been active in the MLB. This MLB offseason is starting to get hot. Yeah, Ellie does like 14 seconds around the bases. That's insane, Norma. Mattingly is up there as my favorite Yankee. Funny enough, just like my old-time favorite Dolphin, Dan Marino, is a crime neither won a championship. It is a crime that Mattingly. The worst thing that happened with Mattingly is, he retired and then the next year the Yankees won it all. So that sucks. We have to be careful with Stroman if he pitches over a certain inning. Yeah, it's 140 innings. So the vesting option kicks in at 140 innings this year. I was mistaken. I thought it was last season. I thought the vesting option already kicked in, but I was mistaken. It's this year he has to pitch over 140 innings, which I know for a fact the Yankees will not allow that to happen if they do hold on to Stroh. Man, there are a ton of free agents that hasn't been signed yet. Prices are going to screw them. Yeah, it's a lot of Boris clients too, man. A lot of Boris clients, just like last year. No chance Roki signs? I think there's a slim chance. I still think he's going to go to the Dodgers, though. What's up, John Max? If Jazz plays second, who plays third? Where is our lefty in the pen? Cabrera and DJ are not yeah, I agree with the lefty in the pen. We need some lefties now in this pen. The righties are for sure up. Tim Hill could be back on a cheap deal. Tanner Scott's still available if they want to make that move. It's going to cost him, though. But he's a lefty. He's a dominant pitcher. And who plays second? If Jazz plays second, who plays third? Right now, it'd probably be Cabrera and DJ in a platoon, John. If that's what they decide to do and shift Jazz to second, I mean that's right now as we speak. That would be the move. I don't want it to happen either. Edgar in the house. Hopefully they get the job done next year. We all pray that's going to happen. It's been so long. 09. It needs to happen soon, man. Is there any prospect between first base for the minor leagues are available between this year and next year? We got TJ Rumfield still down there in the minors. He's a first baseman. Of course, Ben Rice. Ben Rice might be on the bench this upcoming year as a platoon guy with Goldie because Goldie hits lefties well. Ben Rice hits righties well. So maybe they'll do that, but we'll see. But Rumfield is pretty much the other guy on first. If Masahiro can't bring Roki to New York, no one can. Yeah. If we don't get Roki, I pray we can get Murakami next season. That's another thing the Yankees are probably eyeballing for next year. That's why they signed Goldschmidt to a 1 year, because next season Murakami's available, Vladdy Guerrero Jr. is available. So hey, man, some big things can happen next year as well. Ryan McMahon would be a great, yeah. I don't think the Rockies will trade Ryan McMahon though. We all been wanting Ryan McMahon for a while. Goldschmidt for $12.5 million for 1 year is a good deal. Gives us a chance to elevate our 2 first basemen in the minors. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Uncle Rico. It's a 1 year contract. So if it fails, he's gone. It's easy. And $12.5 million, that's pretty cheap. Nowadays, the incentives are insane. Players are getting $20K suites for games. Yeah, that's what Soto wanted. That's what Juan Soto wanted, but Yankees didn't want to do that because Judge is paying for his suite. Jeter had to pay for his suite. So when you're being greedy, like you're getting paid $760. You're getting paid $760 million, and you didn't want to sign here because you wanted a suite, and the Yankees didn't want to give it to you. Come on, man, really? It's ridiculous. Shout out to everyone in the chat. I'm about to head out, guys. I gotta make some dinner. Me and Sydney are doing our Christmas tonight because she's going out of town tomorrow. So I hope you all have a fantastic rest of your evening. Be safe this weekend. If you go out, have fun, be safe. And I will see you all. I don't think I'll be live tomorrow, but I'll be back Monday. So I will see you all Monday. If I go live tomorrow, that means some big news happen. And I'll be here. But until then, as always, love, peace, chicken grease on Max Covers TV. Thanks for being here, guys. Hit that subscribe if you're new. If you enjoy the stream, hopefully I'll see you on the next one. Shout out to all the OGs, all the members, all the mods, everybody in the building. Thank you, David, for that $5 donut, brother. You are the man. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys. Peace. And always, go Yankees.